So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I really like the look of Florian Wirtz, Peter. What's impressed me most is his decision-making, which has been grown through his youth years. That comes from his wonderful understanding of the space around him, and he can dictate the tempo of his play accordingly. And he's going to be a superstar in years to come.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good ball, good take. Marquinhos promptly onto that, and that is that. Chouameni. And here's Mbappe. Plays a sharp little ball here. Crossed into the middle. Impressive jump! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
That has been cut short. Hakimi. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Marquinhos. And that's a lovely exchange. Palmer concedes a free kick for that. Quickly taken. Partey. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Spread to the right. Wirtz. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. That is good alertness. Nuno Mendes. And here's Haaland. And it's Szoboszlai. Wirtz. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Nuno Mendes. Hakimi. And it's Partey. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Nuno Mendes.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Szoboszlai to Marquinhos. Hakimi. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Mbappe! Oh, that's neat. And it's Barella. Chouameni. Can he get it? Palmer! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Half an hour played now. And here's Kvaratskhelia. That has found him in acres of space. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. That's really good defending. Mbappe. Was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Hakimi did well to stay calm there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Stood up well to him there. Now, can they get him away? And that is headed... He's rising! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
And here's Vinicius Junior, Kvaratskhelia, Soboslai. Mendes gets into a good position. And that's the keeper's ball. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Haaland, and he shoots! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And the referee has blown for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Szoboszlai. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Szoboszlai. And it's Partey.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Mbappe, driving forward. He's picked his way through. Now it's Palmer.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's found a way through. Great vision. Gyökeres being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Szoboszlai. And it's Mendes. 60 minutes played. Can he get on the end of this? Nicely spread. Played in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
And still, we await the first breakthrough. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Mbappe. Partey. Haaland. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. And a chance! Oh, good-looking ball. Gyökeres is herring after that one. Hakimi. Wirtz. And Marquinhos. And it's Mendes. Looking to play him in. Now it's Bruno Fernandes.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 7, numero 10, numero 8, numero 23, numero 17.
Martinez.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 18, il numero 20.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Succumbs to the pressure. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Mendes gets it away.
Borussia Dortmund really can't be faulted for their attitude.
Martinez. And Martinez! Inter Milan have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Some resolute defending there. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's well spotted. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Well timed, excellent interception. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played.
Shot, surely! And that's a good finish. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager.
Vinicius Junior! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Yildiz. Inter Milan are looking to break at pace. He's in a great position here. Rabiot. Shapes to shoot! Musiala. And we're done. Inter Milan, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Martinez taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We're up and running then. Palmer, out towards the flank. Mbappe! That's an excellent interception.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Palmer receives it in a good position here.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is developing a massive...
Haaland! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Szoboszlai plays it short. He is just caressing the ball. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. And it's Szoboszlai. Saka providing an outlet on that flank. And that has been cleared. Bruno Fernandes gets it away. Barella. Can he get on the end of this? Bruno Fernandes. That's a decent clearance. Well, that pass isn't the best. Nuno Mendes. Mendes venturing down the left. Nuno Mendes. That's a corner kick. It's their second corner of the game. Getting up there! Szoboszlai clears without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. Delivered low. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Inter Milan given another corner. Inter Milan have their third corner. Gabriel attempts a clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. So we're still where we started right now. Bernardo Silva. Looking for options for movement. And it's Palmer. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. Oh, they could be caught out here. Spread out to the left. Saka. Bernardo Silva. Tries to thread one through. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. Inter Milan present their opponents with the best possible chance here. So the most significant moment of the game. He scores for sure! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to you.
Chance for a shot! And it's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
And he goes cross-field.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Aim forwards. No, he wasn't going to let him past. He's having a hit! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Haaland cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
Gabriel. And Burmo. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Bernardo Silva proves just a little bit too strong. And he's being shifted off it. Tchouameni gets on his bike and on the move. Oh, that's a key interception. Looking for the run. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, important interception.
A few of his teammates are quite furious with him, as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Szoboszlai. And it's Hakimi. That's very neat. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Chance! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And again they hit the front. And that is all they have time for. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. Back on the way then.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he's got the beating of his man. Oh, he's going for goal! Goal! They've done it again! It is incredible!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Quite a game this, all square again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Shot at goal! Haaland looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And Burmo. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Well, it's ended up in no man's land. And here's Saka. He's looking wide. Delivers with whip. Could be danger here. And he's gone looking for safety. They get a throw in.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 21, numero 17. Lasciano il campo per il numero 20, il numero 19. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Inter Milan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Barella, who's set up one goal so far. Pass somewhat off target. Szoboszlai. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Succumbs to the pressure. That's good running with the ball. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 8.
Corner number 4 coming up here.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 14. Il numero
Partey
18.
with the clearance. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. Now it's Doué. Doué. Oh, that's neat. And it's Ødegaard. Ødegaard going face-to-face with his great rival. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Wan-Bissaka. Barella. This is a promising build-up. Oh, super ball! Can he finish? Goal! Inter! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
They're up to 5 corners now.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 23, numero 13. Lasciano il campo per il numero 9, il numero 12.
Partey getting this one clear.
Inter clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And it's Pedri. Threads one in. Forced to go back. Big chance! And that would have been game, set and match.
Yildiz really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
Ødegaard. Doué. Oh, this is a very good run. They want to be quick to recover this.
Borussia Dortmund really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And he skips past his man. Engages and forces him off the ball. Partey. Pedri does really well to win the ball there.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That's been cut out, well played. Inter Milan, close now to seeing this one through to the end. Vinicius Junior. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Picked up, and the shot! It is close, but that is the last of it. They are pumped, boy they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around. Going behind.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're very much on the way now. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get...
Shapes to shoot! Oh, that is really good tenacity. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Keeper's dealt with that. He's free, he has got space. Great challenge, time to perfection. Vitz. Barella. Can he get on the end of this? So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Palmer. Oh, perfectly measured that. Vitz. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there.
Corner number 2 then. And he thumps it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Knocks it into space. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And here's Mbappe. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe touches it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Now it's Haaland. He's picked his way through. Is there any support? He might not need it. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Skims one in. Courtois claims it, safe hands. Chouameni.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's found some space. And a shot! Well, that pass isn't the best. Barella. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Some good work on the right flank here. Bruno Fernandes. Terrific effort! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 3 coming up. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? Inter Milan get their 4th corner. And that should get the job done. Borussia Dortmund have the chance to go the other way. Van de Ven. And that's really well manoeuvred. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Palmer. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Hakimi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Tries to play it through. He has found the way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Haaland. Wirtz. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. That's Wirtz. And it's Ødegaard. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Great ball, and he's in here. Decent chance! Goal! Inter! With half-time at hand. Perfect timing. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Inter Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to...
And the shot! Has a look and place it forward. Turns back here, probably the best option. That's good running with the ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And the referee has signalled for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Inter Milan can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. Down to business again.
Inter definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Palmer. Nuno Mendes. Hakimi producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Palmer has given away a free kick. Marquinhos. And it's Ødegaard. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Goes for a shot! And that's a tiny finish. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Oh, good-looking ball. Bruno Fernandes, neatly clipped into space. Mbappe, he's shifting through the gears here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Inter are totally dominant in the middle of the park, and no way through zone.
And he's in a real chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 21.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. 3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Doué. Inter Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. It's gone out for a throw-in. And it's Palmer. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Ødegaard. Bellingham. Oh, good ball! And he welcomes it. Tries a shot! And that's a good finish.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 17.
Inter Milan making further changes here and in quick succession.
Il numero 19.
Borussia Dortmund may be down, but not out just yet. Mohamed Salah is onto it in a flash. Yildiz. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Lovely feet. And claimed it back swiftly. That's very neat. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vinicius Junior. And this is Mohamed Salah. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Borussia Dortmund on the counter-attack now. And that was asking for too much.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 23. Lascia il campo per il numero 12. Cambio di giocatori.
Vinicius Junior currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Nuno Mendes. And it's Frimpong. It's Bellingham. Just eases him off the ball. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Now there's a fine ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Mendes got a long way forward to join the attack.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
4 added minutes on the board. He's well positioned here. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Gets a good foot in there. Martinez. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And it's Doué. Odegaard. It's Dembele! And he hits the net! Deep into injury time!
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Pete.
And time is up. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
So we're very much on the way now. Now this could be a chance. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Valverde. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy, Jude Bellingham. You don't become a regular at one of Europe's leading teams at 17 unless you're very, very special. And he's the epitome of, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. That's the keeper's ball. Mastantuono. He is through here. Pings in across, and a header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Aims beyond the defence. He's on it. Can he get away? Kvaratskhelia!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Bellingham. And there's his chance to lead the counter. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Hakimi. And now the breakaway. That'll be a throw. Mendes charging forward down that flank. Doué goes for a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence. We were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And it's made its way to him. Getting up there! Well taken goal. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, There's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's Doué. And they can counter here. And that could set him on his way. And he's managed to get free. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Ramos. Chance here to counter. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Mbappe. Knocks it into space. Oh, well played, well played. Dembele. Vitinha. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Asensio. Bellingham. And Alaba. Asensio. Nicely spread. And Mastantuono. Mbappe. Oh, shooting chance! Superb goal! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Pete.
Madrid have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And here's Ramos. Shifted it to the flank. Vitinha. And he's quick to get rid. And he's there to retrieve it.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
That's a nicely weighted pass. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Asensio. That's the end of the first 45. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. The midway point of the game.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Merci d'accueillir nos joueurs.
That gets us going once more.
Paris Saint-Germain can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Gonzalo Ramos.
Oh, great feat, that. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Asensio gets it clear. Doué. This is Dembele. And that's gone loose. And here's Dembele. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And the pass is intercepted. Dembele! And he shoots! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Paris Saint-Germain really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Garcia looking understandably energised after his goal.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That's a good run down the left. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mendes with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
This is Dembele.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Carreras. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He's chance for a shot! And no mistake! And this is getting better and better. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Mastantuono. And it's Valverde. Doué did just about enough to come out on top there. Now the party overly willing to compromise.
I just think, though, that was selfish and a little...
Kvaratskhelia! And one more try! And no mistake! It's offside, I think. Yes, it is offside.
He went just a smidgen too early, Peter.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Madrid can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Vinicius Junior to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Barcelona going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou. Oh, he's all alone. Real chance! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. That's just downright fabulous. Both the disguise and the control. And then that gentle scoot.
So we have had the first significant... Rashford! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Carreras. Now that looks a decent ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Casado. Dani Olmo. Nice bit of trickery. Dani Olmo. This is promising. The chance for a shot! Bellingham.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Mbappe. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.